Outstanding.
Welcome again to another tutorial video. It's your boy Elrod and Ting. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification button. Follow me on all social medias at Elrod Production. Check out my website for a bunch of goodies that are there. Currently updating the website. Subscribe to my newsletter, so whenever I upload anything on the website, you'll be the first to know. So, without further ado, what we really want to get into in this tutorial video is gain staging, and I'm going to do one for Pro Tools and one for FL Studio. However, this one is for Pro Tools, and I'll do the one for FL Studio separate. Now, gain staging, before actually mixing, it's a really big deal. You probably might not looking at it as is, but by the end of this video, I'll be very sure that you understand how important gain staging is before actually mixing, because gain staging can get you even halfway to your mixing before you actually start to mix, because it is important for really gain stage your music before you actually start mixing. Now, I'm gonna really explain why. It's like, go over this window. The inserts are post fader, meaning that from clip gain to the plugin, then the fader down here. So, say for instance that, just pull up a plugin for argument's sake. Go back here. Just put up a meter plugin for arguments here. Solo. Alright, so this, we'll use this for example. So for instance that you're turning down this track and you're playing it, the audio is still going to hit the plugin at however loud it comes in before it actually goes to the fader. So even though the fader is down, audio is still reaching the plugin. As you can see,
pretty rolling sexy body.
I'll put this one over here also.
Pretty rolling sexy body.
As you can see, audio is still reaching the plugin even though the fader track is down.
The pioneers.
So, as I mentioned before, the faders are post fader, not post. So it happens, the volume of the fader happens after all the insert. So please bear that in mind with the DAW. Not many people know that, but I'm going to really show you how you can really gain stage properly, because the trick is these analog plugins are modeled based off the actual hardware unit. I think I said it in a previous video. However, these hardware units are at full scale at minus 18 dBFS. Yeah, at that. So that is how loud the plugin can really, the hardware units back then can read how load off signal it can take. Anything over that, it clips. So in the digital realm, it is not like that. But for the purpose of the plugin modeling, they model model the plugin based off the hardware unit. So most of these plugins are at minus 18 dBFS. So in this video, it is in this video, what I really want to say is I'm going to really show you how you can really do a quick to get your tracks a little bit balanced before you start adding plugins and volume wise not hitting your plugins really that hard, because you don't really want the plugin to really distort and give this undesired sound and all of these things. However, fader resolution is another key thing to it. So as you can see in the fader here, you have 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 60. As you go lower, the increments get higher, meaning it's from 0 to 5, and once you reach 20, it jumps by 10. So you can adjust it based off the numbers here, but as I said, you start jumping great amount of increments when you start go lower with it, and you might not take note of it sometime, or sometime you will. It based off how you really know volume faders. You can really do it like this, but for me, I start with by clip gaining sorry, clip gaining my audio files before I go into the plugin. So there are two ways you can really do this, and make sure you don't really go over that before you start process your actual sounds. And we just sort of take off, bypass these plugins, bypass the reverb delay, take off this, and go use actually 3 plugins. So I'm gonna put that there. Do some might familiar with this, and I have another one somewhere over here. Where is it? Where's audio? I go over here. Most of these plugins are trial, so don't think they are damn cracked. So you just all use this. So both of these are VU meters, and they're at -18 the headroom dBFS or ppm, whatever volume that you've been using, or whatever case may be. I like to use these to begin. So as you can see, the actual recording, put these up here, the actual recording is, play the chorus part already.
Pretty brown sexy body, pussy well tight like a wallaby.
So if I was to put it low,
Like scratchy beat, boss it up in your belly like a soul G. Drop your on the back, put your on your knees, make your ball down.
so as you can see, it is well over the desired volume that I needed with all these files. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play with these files.
Like scratchy beat,
Sorry, unmute all those.
like scratchy beat, boss it up in your belly like a soul G. Drop your on the back,
So sorry. So for this particular demonstration, really want everything to be at 0. Like when all the tracks are playing, they're supposed to be at 0. So there are 2 ways you can do it. You can use a native no, come on, Avid, no, it's a multi plugin, Avid. You can use this plugin they got trim. I often use this plugin when the volumes are constant. I tend to use this to really go through a little bit faster. So what I'm going to do now, just for demonstration purpose, I'm going to mute all these, and we're going to start from the kick, and then snare, then hi-hat, then 808. Alright, we can use the kick and the 808 first. So we'll start with the kick first. Alright, so can take down that a little bit. Sometimes the double kicks are a little bit louder, so I can take it down at 1.5 dB, the 808 now. Alright, so I'll go okay that and kick a little teeny bit more. Alright, so that is good enough. So I'm unmute the snare. The hi-hat. FL keys. Kick a little bit more. And turn on the 808 a little bit more. The low frequency tend to make it, you know, jump a little bit more. So by adding these frequency, you know, or the sounds, it tends to add up. So, you know, you have to tend to pull here and there. So let's continue with this part here. And this part here. Put the vocals in it now.
This nipple like bed, that's nothing. Fucking in the car, that's something. Revving engine, lights winking, pussy quinting. What a thing. Come climb on me body like a ladder now. Deal with your breasts, them like a mother cow. Me love it when you skin it out, so me stab it out. She say blood clot, me say watch your mouth. Sexy body, pussy well tight like a.
It goes up to about 1 every now and then, but you know, not smashing your plugins that loud, because of how these plugins are modeled. You know, you can really get a sweet sound from your plugins. So what we go check now is the balance. So we go to the chorus part of the rhythm where most of the instruments are playing. Activate this back again and play it.
Pretty brown, sexy body, pussy well tight like a wallaby. Play with the breast nipple like scratchy bee. Boss it up in your belly like a soul G. Drop up on the back as put up on your knees. Make your ball out, put up on the creep. Fuck up and repeat like my CD. Your breast them just a shake like a plum tree.
So as you can see, you know, where frequency, where you really have to be mindful of when mixing a song. For this particular song, it's mostly the low end. We know that the vocals will come up, so the high mids will be there, and I will be adding some air to it, so I know that the highs will come up. So what I have to be mindful now is the low end of this particular track. So in different tracks you will get different result, but by doing a little bit filtering and placing the instrument where they need to be, you know, you will get a more cohesive balance of your track. So by doing this, you know, you can get good gain staging before going into your plugins, and if any additional volume that comes up after that, you can really pull it down after the plugin before going into the bus, whatever the case may be. So this is how I gain stage before I actually go into my plugins for mixing. So I hope this gives you some sort of insight of how you can do a little bit of gain staging before you go into your plugins, and keep high fader resolution on your faders, and how much volumes you can really drive these plugins with. So thanks for tuning in for another tutorial video. Hope this helped you some way somewhat to get better gain staging before going into your plugins. So until our next time in another video, it's about Eldorado. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification button, smash that like button, and I'll catch you again.